that what is this CSAT exam or CSAT exam. I want to prepare for IAS. So whether CSAT is necessary. I want to prepare for IPS, whether CSAT is necessary, and so on. So many questions are there in mind. First thing, it should be very clear in your mind that whatever exam you are going to prepare, that exam is called as CSAT, that is Civil Services Aptitude Test. Keep in mind, these whatever IAS, IPS or other exams, they are categorized as civil services. And for that civil services purpose, whatever aptitude test is taken, that is called as Civil Services Aptitude Test. Then what is UPSC exam? Many times people are saying I am preparing for UPSC. So what is UPSC exam? Actually this whatever exam we are discussing, that means CSAT, that is actually UPSC exam. UPSC is Union Public Service Commission. This is commission, and that is going to select candidates, and therefore they are giving different categories. Like for civil services, we are having Civil Services Aptitude Test. For defense purpose, we have CDS exam, that is Combined Defense Services. Like that, for engineering purpose, medical purpose, different exams are there. All of these exams are conducted by UPSC. Out of that, so actually various exams are conducted by UPSC, but the most famous exam, that is IAS exam, what we are calling as UPSC exam. The steps involved in this CSAT or say IAS exam we have to discuss. For that purpose, I am having some tree diagram already made over here. This is UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission. This is having different types of exam like CSAT, that is Civil Services Aptitude Test, CDS, that is Combined Defense Services for Army after graduation, whereas NDA, that is National Defense Academy. For that purpose, these exams are conducted by UPSC only. This NDA, you can go after 12th standard exam only, and like that exams are there. For the details of this exam, you can visit the site, that is upsc.gov.in. I am revising, simple to remember, try to recollect this practice. This is UPSC, what exam you are interested, .gov, government, so .gov, India, that is IN. So you can go by this method. So this is about different exams. Now we are concentrating on Civil Services Aptitude Test. So the plan is like that. First you have to appear for preliminary examination. After preliminary examination, the selected candidates, they are supposed to give mains, and after mains we have to go for interview. So three steps are there, that is prelim, mains and interview. After interview your selection is there. Just I am giving you here approximate idea. I am sure this is not 100% perfect, but approximately we can go by this way, that suppose we want 1000 candidates to be selected. Suppose the vacancy, total vacancies of 1000, then around 3000 candidates are selected for interview. If 3000 is requirement for interview, then approximately 10,000 students are selected for mains exam. And for pre, we don't have any control. Any graduate who is completing out 21st year, he is eligible for this exam. Graduation must be from recognized university, UGC recognized university. Then these are supposed to give exam. So you can consider approximately 4 lakh candidates may be there as applicant. Obviously, again for more detail, visit out the site upsc.gov.in. You will get whatever total applicants are there and what is the number of students they are going to attend exam. That is different. We are discussing on that topic. So this is approximate idea. This is to give some outline about this exam. Next question. What is the nature of CSAT prelim exam? Number one, for CSAT prelim there are totally two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Both the papers are compulsory and individual passing is also required. 200 marks, two papers are there. Paper 1 200 mark and paper 2 200 mark. Paper 1 is general studies and paper 2 is data interpretation, then logical reasoning, verbal and non-verbal communication, interpersonal skill, English language proficiency, and so on topics are considered in paper 2. Let us discuss the topics in paper 1 first. Which are the subjects we have to study for paper 1 of CSAT? Now paper 1 is inclusive of almost all type of knowledge. Say, here you should have approximately 12 standard level knowledge. That 12 standard considered as CBSE 12 standard level knowledge approximately you should have. That is about, say, science subject, we are calling that as general science. So about science. Then second we can say that is about Indian polity and governance. Now keep in mind that whenever we are talking of general science includes that physics, chemistry and biology. Then Indian polity and governance along with Indian administration also. So all these topics are important. Obviously economics, the most important part here, that is economics, history, geography, biodiversity, ecology, environmental science. In case of history, we are categorizing like Indian history and national freedom struggle. So like that topics, they are important, and obviously the most important part I am telling at last, that is about current affairs. So all of these subjects we have to study thoroughly. From where we can prepare? From UPSC or this type of exams. It is recommended that from wherever you are able to study out. Thorough knowledge is important. NCERT books till 12th standard, whatever we have studied out, then certain publications are available in market. They are giving precise books. For that you can refer out these books. But mere this academics is not sufficient. Along with this academics, you have to prepare your from your own general study. That means whatever your external reading is there and general study, that means not book of general study, whatever day to day your observations are there, these observations are also very important, and your skill of implementation, whatever we have, from that we can study out. So first thing, there is no precise book we can say that from that book only you can study out. All are helping one. So you have to study out by different ways. Number one, the academics books available, you can refer out your own knowledge about the particular subject. That is very, very essential. So external reading is really required. And what is the most important part? That don't depend upon any notes. Many students are having this idea that we want notes. We can study out from notes. True, that is true, but not from this civil services type of exams, because where vast knowledge is required. Notes means already say this is the book, I am shrinking out to this size, that is called as notes. You are remembering, say 60% you are remembering. So whatever you are reading, out of that 60% you are remembering. Suppose this is the knowledge of 60%, that means you are remembering more. And no doubt that Indian systems are depending upon data addition. So whatever data you have, that is very, very important with you, and therefore you have to study out from reference books. Now for current affairs, you have to refer newspapers. Daily newspapers, that is the important thing, that you should read out daily newspapers, not paper, because different newspaper, they are having different opinion, and so you can go through different newspapers, particularly editorial part you must read out. And what is the most important part, that after reading out a news, you have to make your own opinion on that news. I am giving you very simple exercise, you can pursue that. Keep one notebook, say 400 pages or even more than that with you. Whatever reading you are reading out day to day, what are the important things they are there mentioned, read it carefully and try to write down in precise summary form. Immediately after that, your news, whatever you are writing out, give your own remark on that particular incident. Suppose XYZ cricket match is there, you are observing that match, news of that match. So just after going through that match summary, immediately write down the summary of that in 2 to 3 lines short and give your opinion about the particular incident. So for example, many times people are saying Indian batting is not perfect on foreign grounds, especially in case of England, Australia, South Africa, this type of grounds. We are still foreign grounds, we are having that grounds as foreign grounds still, and we are not able to bat perfectly on that pitch, especially when pitch is hard and bouncy. So this is general opinion. You can check out and you can give your own opinion, that whatever the true, support your opinion with data. So like that you can add, no doubt I am not telling you that this is only about cricket. Each and every incident, whatever is going on, you have to make habit that first make your own opinion about the news after reading it twice or thrice from different papers. So this way you can increase your thinking ability along with data building. So this way you can prepare for paper 1. Now about the most important part of paper 1, that not only data say mugging up is important, application mind is really important. Or in language of computer I can say that only capacity of hard disk is not important, along with that processor is more important. So you should develop your own processor, and for that purpose just go through different question papers. Go to site upsc.gov.in, search out previous year's question papers, especially paper 1 and paper 2 both. Find out the way questions are asked and then plan your strategy of study. What are the subjects in paper 2? Say paper 2 is also 200 marks paper. the subjects for that is first comprehension. Now here we are making out two comprehensions. The first one, that is general comprehension, and second is English comprehension. What is the difference between this general and English? That whenever you are opening out paper, say you have two sides of paper. So out of that, one side, here we have paper printed in English. So on next page, same questions, they are printed in Hindi. So this way we have first English and second Hindi. So whenever comprehension questions are there, we have here English passage, English questions, same passage in Hindi and Hindi questions. But whenever we are talking of English comprehension, here we should not have Hindi translation of that. That means those students who are perfect in English, again keep in mind English should be of 10 standard level. So that English is really essential. Now go through previous year's paper, you will find that English comprehension passages, they are comparatively easy. Whereas general comprehension, they are at somewhat higher level. So this is about first part of paper 2. But whenever we are talking of paper 2, keep in mind that there are passages. You have to go through passage and answer the questions asked below that. So speed is really essential. So we have to make practice of reading out passage and answering out the question. Again, the important thing here, one should consider that paper 2 is application based paper and really scoring one. So you cannot score paper 1 if you don't have thorough knowledge. But if you are having strong application mind, then you can score maximum marks in paper 2. So while preparing for UPSC exam, this CSAT exam, keep in mind again and again that we have to concentrate on paper 2 first. Many students, they are not concentrating on paper 2. Instead of that, some drastic ideas are there. Like whenever you are preparing for prelim exam, prepare for mains first. So for 4 months first, they are preparing for mains, which is unnecessary. Instead of that, spend that time on paper 2. Paper 2 will give you maximum marks, because whatever your performance in paper, that is really important. But what is the problem of paper 2? That we have to give this exam in month of May. And as you are aware that India, as half of the part of India is in tropical country, and other part which is having very high temperature, because that is inside the continent or away from sea, and therefore you will have problem of heat. And in that hot climate and humid climate, you have to appear for paper 2 just after paper 1. This is really important, that first 2 hours we are spending on paper 1. We are using out your brain. We are using out the brain at maximum level to remember different things, to test out different things. And after that, you have to appear for paper 2, where really fresh mind is important. And therefore, most important thing I want to say here, that you should sleep perfectly before exam and consume C vitamin in form of different tablets or different, you are having drinks which is containing say for example, I don't want to take any brand name here properly, but the drinks which are important, they are having either caffeine or vitamin C. the most probably preferably vitamin C. That is important. Okay, anyway, that is part another. We have to discuss again the first part, as we have discussed, English comprehension. Second part, general comprehension, where English and Hindi both languages are used. The third part, that is data interpretation. You should be familiar with different charts. You should be familiar with different types of graphs, and questions are based on that. Then next part, that is simple arithmetics. Keep in mind, name indicates simple, means it is not that much simple, but that much not difficult also. Say for example, certain questions, if you are having basic knowledge, you are having basic formulae, then you can solve this type of sums. So that is simple arithmetics. In next part, we are going to discuss fewer problems and notes in detail. Now we are just getting out different topics. So paper 2, we have to study out English comprehension, then data interpretation, simple arithmetics, then communication, verbal and non-verbal communication, general mental ability, and what is most important, that is logical reasoning, communication skill, and interpersonal skills. So these type of questions are asked in paper 2. So paper 2 is purely what is the nature of paper and marking scheme, types of question we are discussing here. Say, first thing that you should keep in mind, when you are discussing of paper 1, we have to solve 100 questions in 120 minutes, 2 hours, that is 120 minutes. So in 120 minutes you have to solve 100 questions. In case of paper 1, paper is of 200 marks, that means 2 marks for each. The most important thing, that is negative marking is applicable in paper 1. That means if you are giving 3 wrong answers, the marks of 1 questions are reduced from your score. Suppose you are giving, consider anything in order to explain. I am just giving you that you are giving 20 right questions, solving 20 right questions and 9 wrong questions. That means for 20 right questions, you should score 20 into 2, that is 40 marks. But you are giving 9 wrong answers. So divide it by 3, because for 3 question, mark of 1 question is 3 wrong answer, mark of 1 questions are reduced. So here we are having net 3 marks to be reduced from your score. So 40 minus 3, you will get 37 marks. So this way marking scheme is there. This is called as negative marking. Usually we are calling this as 0.33 negative marking. 0.33 negative marking, that means for 3 wrong answers, marks of 1 question. Again keep in mind, marks of 1 question. Suppose 2 marks question is there, then 2 marks are reduced. 1 mark question is there, suppose, then 1 mark question is reduced. So this way we have negative marking, but keep in mind all questions are of objective style only. That means multiple choice questions are there. Now paper 2 is having 80 questions, because we have to solve comprehensive questions. So you have to read para and you have to think over and give answer. That's why 80 questions are there, but marks are 200. Again, paper 2, that is also having negative marking, but certain questions like decision making, that is a part of that we have discussed, interpersonal skill, communication, decision making, all these type of questions, they are having no negative marking. But other questions, they are having negative marking. Now, the way we are going to ask question that varies. No fixed type of questions are available. Say, it may be plain type of question. It may be different. Say for example, this is not actually asked in exam, but I want to just explain the type. Therefore, I am explaining, I am taking this simple question because I know that you are beginner, most of you, and therefore we are going to discuss very simple question here. Say for example, you are aware about Gandhiji's movement, non-cooperation movement. Let us discuss about non-cooperation movement. From time to time in Indian freedom struggle we have discussed this topic. Therefore, you can take out this simple question, type of question, try to understand type of question. Question can be asked in this way. Which of the following statement is or true? Is or are true about non-cooperation movement? So heading is like that. This is called as consider the following statements. So which of the following statement is or true? Is or are true about Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement? Number 1, non-cooperation movement ended with Chauri Chaura incident. Number 2, non-cooperation movement was conducted during 1932. Two statements are given and we have to give answer in this way, that is called as quiz. So option A, that is statement 1 is true but statement 2 is false. Option B, that is statement 1 is true and 2 is also true. Option C, statement 1 is false and statement 2 is also false. D, statement 1 is false but statement 2 is true. Now, not necessary sequence should be like that. They can change out the sequence, but this way you can give answer. Now this type of questions, you are aware that non-cooperation movement ended with Chauri Chaura incident. After that only Gandhiji withdraw this. Now right answer is first statement is true, yes. Second, you are aware the incident was not there in 1932 and therefore second statement is false. So this option is there, A. So you have to give answer as A. So this way you have to discuss. So this is one time. Or you can get 4 statements. Out of that you have to mark only true statements. You are aware that diamond is allotrope of carbon. Carbon is having atomic number 6 and mass number 12. One of the carbon is having mass number 12, whereas atomic number 6. Now question can be asked on basis of that as this way. 4 statements we have to make, out of that find out true statement. Number 1, diamond is only allotrope of carbon. Number 2, diamond atom consisting of 6 protons. Number 3, diamond atom consisting of 12 neutrons. Number 4, diamond atom can be converted into carbon dioxide when it combines with oxygen. Now out of 4 statements you have to mark whatever the true statements. So don't consider false, but consider only true statement, and you can check out your answer. So this way you have to give. So 4 statements, and out of that mark only true statement. Then next type of question they are going to ask, that is match the column. Now match the column, this type of question, that is they are matching out, that is options they are providing here. Say option A, that one goes with 2, then second goes with 3, and so on. So like that they are providing you options and you have to give answer, because only objective style is available. Another type of question, that is especially in case of history and geography, it can be asked, that is on map reading. Say one map is given, and on map we are having 4 places, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and what that describe, that you have to explain option wise. So option A, suppose in map of India that is given, so this is suppose map of India, suppose, and you have to point number 1 they are giving, they can give here point number 2, and you have to identify these points. So like that questions are there, that is map level questions. Then obviously certain confusing type of questions, that simple 4 objectives are given, and out of that 1 and 2 is correct, 2 and 3 is correct, only 1 is correct. Like that questions, options are there. So this type of questions are there, and still many more, but what are the prominent I am giving here. When these exams are there, usually these exams are there in month of May. Prelim is there in month of May, then mains is in November and December, interviews are in February. So almost 1 year planning is there, which is the ideal time to prepare for this type of exams. This is everybody's lookout. Many times the risk factor is also there. So for example, if you are aware that in 2011 exam, they have changed the pattern of exam, and that is not actually declared in very early stage. They are just declaring out, saying that time they declared in November 2010 about the change in exam. Officially they declared there in month of November the pattern was changed. Now that's why if you are preparing from very early dates, then it can be problematic. But ideally 8th standard student onwards can prepare. Say minor changes are there. Usually what is the ideal thing, that you have to refer out advertisement given in employment news. There they are mentioning out the portion, and you have to prepare that portion, but that advertisement appeared too late. So general preparation we can start as early as possible from 8th standard onwards, and then you have to prepare topics, different topics you can prepare. You will make habit of reading newspaper from earlier dates, and ultimately all these things they are helpful for you, and that's why I should suggest you that if you are not at 8th standard, you are at higher level, then your relatives, friends, you can ask them to study if they are having dream. Don't enforce your dream on that. But if you are the person who is interested in this type of exam, then first give him full knowledge of the exam and ask him to prepare, him or her, because as a woman are really required in this field, educated women rather, and that's why we have to study from as early 8th standard onwards. But if you are having tremendous concentration power, ability to study, you can finish out study in 6 months period also. Say, how many hours you are studying out is not important. The way you are studying out is important. This is, keep in mind. I am telling again and again, keep in mind, because everything you have to keep in mind, or rather in brain. So this type of things are really important, that whatever you are studying out, study perfectly. First observe question papers, the way questions are asked, and then concentrate on your study. So from 5 years, 6 years, or till 6 months, depending on everybody's ability, time is important. So exact answer I am not able to give, that from exactly what is the time you have to study. But if you are having failure at any level, say prelim level, no problem. But suppose you are having failure at mains or failure at interview, then you have to appear all set again. That means you should not say that I am having failure in interview, so next time I am only eligible for interview. No, you have to prepare from preliminary exam again. The second thing, that whenever failure is there, try to analyze. Many times the failure is not our failure. Actually, it is right thing that we have to study. But subject-wise study is also important. Now 1 year, they ask more questions on geography. Those who are thorough in geography, they can give answer very easily. The paper was easy for them. But if you are not thorough in geography, then paper may be difficult for you. That's why, apart from your study, luck factor is also important. So, with your best luck and your hard working capacity, you are able to select in this type of exam. From where you have to prepare? Next question. Many times we are talking of classes. Really, coaching classes are important for this purpose? Question mark. Many examples are there. Just watch out this YouTube. You will get many example interviews where candidates are selected without any coaching class or study center. So there are certain examples where coaching classes or study center is not really playing important role. But what coaching class can do? That is, coaching class can give you practice of different types of exam. Coaching class can give you knowledge. Say, if you are a graduate from science side or engineering side, you may be weak in polity, economics or history, like that subject. Whereas if you are a graduate from arts side, then you may be weak. I am using word may be in science side. For commerce side students, the problem is different, because only economics is the subject from their side. Say whatever your subject of graduation and whatever your liking, but you are supposed to study all the subjects at equal level. And therefore, the role of coaching class is important to give you entry in the subject. Then your luck, your hard working and your external reading, your ability to solve questions of that particular type is playing important role. So coaching classes, they are giving you definitely guideline. Ultimately, you have to swim at your own account. We can say by standing on side, we can say you do this and that. But ultimately, you have to study at your own. Now about virtual classroom, we have virtual classroom coaching. We don't have direct coaching class, but virtual classroom coaching we are providing, that is playing important role, because virtual classroom study is very effective. The mechanical and precise way of study is provided here with virtual classroom. For this purpose, you can visit the website that is given here, www.iasonline.in, or simply you can call on this number 922-184-9650. I am revising, 922-184-9650. So you can refer out this website for virtual classroom. If you want classroom coaching, then we have center at Dadar, Mumbai. The address you will find on that website only. You will get address of this center. I am not enforcing you or recommending you that you must join class or you must join virtual classroom, but these things are helpful. If you are staying in Mumbai or nearby Mumbai, then definitely you can come and join the center. But if you are staying somewhere other than Mumbai or away from Mumbai, then it is not possible for you to come here. So you can join virtual classroom, same set of professors. They are there on virtual classroom also, and lectures are also there on our YouTube channel. You will get sample videos of the lectures. First observe that videos, and if you are thorough and if you are convinced completely that this type of method is really useful for you, then only join the class. Now, if you don't want to join the class, then also try to visit our channel. In this YouTube channel, we are loading out and uploading out different videos and information continuously. Our channel works in two ways. The first, that is direct videos from our website, and second, recommended videos by our expert. So links are provided at side of the channel page. Names are also given on that, so you can go to that particular link. No doubt these links are not built up, or say these links, what are the content, that is, we are not agreeing 100%, but we hope that this material is really important. Now last part of this discussion, that is, in what way we are facing out the exam. The first part, that is, you should not prepare for mains exam unless and until CSAT prelim exam is over. Say, if you are having knowledge of probability, it is very clear for you that getting selected from 4 lakh plus student into 10,000 is really difficult one. I am not saying impossible, because 10,000 students are going to select, but it is difficult one. So first prepare for this difficulty level. Second, mains exam is no doubt important, but you require a sort of graduation level knowledge in mains exam. What is basic idea regarding mains exam? That you have sufficient time. Once you are selected in prelim, you have sufficient time, say in first week of August usually results are there, and in month of November you are going to face for this exam. So 2.5 months time that is there with you. Almost majority part of GS you have covered in prelim. You have to revise in depth that. Second, essay writing is important. in the case of men's. But we are preparing, as we are discussing out, whenever any news is there, you have to make news that make summary of that and enter in your notebook and give your opinion on that. This habit will develop your thinking capacity and solving, or say rather instead of solving, getting idea clearly. That is helpful for essay writing. Essay practice you can perform anyway. When you are preparing out a topic, at that time also, say for example in history, whenever we are discussing about history of Chandragupta Maurya, just try to make, or try to say first try to prepare essay. The topic is Chandragupta Maurya and his empire. You can write this essay in different aspects. Try to write down, because we are studying out. This will helpful for you in order that you'll have thorough knowledge about Chandragupta Maurya. And second thing, you are able to practice out. Say whenever we are discussing about essay writing is requiring a skill. So for example, here we have to write down 3000 words essay. In one line, just imagine 10 words are there. Not possible, but suppose imagine 10 words are there. Then also you have to write about 300 lines. Once, suppose you are calculating out lines on foolscap, approximately 30 lines are there on foolscap paper. That means 10 papers you have to write, minimum. And maximum obviously 12 paper you can go. So just by selecting topic Chandragupta Maurya and try to write down essay, you can discuss different aspects of Chandragupta Maurya's life, from his parents, then importance of Chanakya's treatment, the way he studied, his meeting with Alexander and what not. You can add out that topic. You can give some new idea, or we can comment with respect to Chandragupta Maurya's empire with current Indian polity. Whatever is going on, what are the boundaries of India, what are the, say, territories under Chandragupta Maurya's empire, the way he lived and the way he died. All you can discuss here. His importance in historic as well as, say, whatever the India. And like that you can write down. So like that you can prepare different essays. Suppose Shah Jahan is there. Whenever we are discussing out in history Shah Jahan, again make Shah Jahan's empire, the construction of Taj Mahal, the event that he tried to conquest Deccan, the way he was getting success or not getting success, and all that you can discuss about that. Try to prepare essay. So like that, whenever we are studying out for prelim exam, you are studying out essay writing. So no separate preparation actually is required. Whenever we are talking of current events, that is also, say, you have to be mentally present. Say for example, suppose we are writing out essay on Shah Jahan particularly, then certain topics we can add out with current affair. Say whatever given in history, that is true, but we can make your own opinion. Say for example, whenever I am discussing this topic of history, particularly Shah Jahan and his Deccan invention, I must comment on this part, that when Shah Jahan was invading Deccan, there was drought in Deccan region. For 3 consecutive years, the Deccan was suffering from famine. The result of that, food material was not there. The famous saint from Maharashtra, Saint Tukaram, his wife and children died just because no food was there. This is the problem actually faced by people from Maharashtra in those days. And particularly in this invention, Shah Jahan lost out his wife, that is Arjumand Banu or Mumtaz Mahal, and he constructed Taj Mahal. In this situation, I am not against the Taj Mahal, but in what situation Taj Mahal was constructed and he ordered to construct Taj Mahal, that situation was so difficult and he was engaged in continuous warfare during this particular period. With present issue, just imagine that suppose in present era India is facing this type of drastic condition and rulers are constructing this type of monument, then what is our reaction about that? In what way we can react? That you can mention out there. This way you can get idea. So obviously everybody is having different opinions in your mind. One can say that in those days he constructed Taj Mahal, therefore present India is having source of income and it is prestigious for India, that many times India means they are showing Taj Mahal, etc. That is all right. See, everywhere these opinions are there, debatable topics are there. For example, Chandrayaan, whatever the Chandrayaan series we are considering, is it really essential for developing country like India? That is debatable topic. But what is our idea? You have to follow one idea. Suppose you have to pursue that idea and you have to explain the facts in favor of that idea. Obviously, for balance writing, you can take the contradictory part also and try to discuss on that. Like that we can discuss out. So essay preparation is based on your knowledge, your skill to explain the topic, etc. And what is the another part, that GS paper, that is also there. Now if you are talking of optional subjects, that is a different, but keep in mind, as long as you are preparing for UPSC exam, as long as result is not out, or say second option I should suggest here, especially after exam, say exams are in month of May, when you are going for exam, your opinion is different, but after exam you will have general idea that what is score you are expecting out. For example, suppose you are expecting 60% mark, 70% mark from that. Suppose you are expecting 60 plus percentage mark, then you can surely prepare for mains. And you can start preparation, just take 1 week of rest after exam and start out preparation. That is the best idea. So this way, I should suggest you that first try to concentrate on prelim exam. Don't make some concept like first prepare for mains. This was old concept but not applicable today. In old days this concept was there that prepare mains first, because one optional was there in paper 2. But now paper 2 is not having any optional subject and this concept is not valid. You can ask this type of question, why I am again and again emphasizing that don't prepare mains immediately. The reason is that particularly with this year and last year, I am continuously having this type of inquiries. As phone number is given, many students are inquiring, and particular that I have to prepare for mains. Right now I am in FY, right now I am in SY, and I am preparing for mains. Keep in mind that no need to prepare mains immediately. First, go through barrier. Suppose I say I am giving you example. See, this atmosphere level. I have to move towards outside. No doubt this is not scientific diagram, but just I am giving you explanation. So suppose I want to prepare a space shuttle so that I can move this way from Earth. Keep in mind, I have to prepare space shuttle. I have to take proper care. But only space shuttle preparation is not at all sufficient. I have to mount that space shuttle on rocket. So first thing that I must have rocket. Then I must have space shuttle. Only rocket is also not sufficient. But what is the first idea? That first prepare rocket, make design of rocket, and on that you can mount out space shuttle. You have to make provision. And then you can make space shuttle in that way that can be very nicely adjusting the space at top of rocket. So first, try to break out the atmosphere part of, and then there is question that what way you are going to survive in space. No doubt that is also essential. But first prepare rocket, then only we can think of space shuttle. So same way I should suggest here that don't prepare for mains immediately. We can simultaneously prepare, but whenever you are preparing UPSC exam, first think of prelim exam only. Focused on prelim exam. After that prelim exam, you will have idea, and then immediately start out preparation. Take 1 week rest and immediately start out preparation for mains. In other words, I should say, out of 4 lakh, only 10,000 students are selected in mains. Try to recollect, as we had discussed earlier, that we don't have this correct figure in our hand. May be possible in increasing population and increasing education rate. We can say approximately 4 lakh students are aspiring. Now here, out of 4 lakh plus, there are only 10,000 students, purposefully making box, that means these are selected only. So out of 4 lakh or whatever the thing, the finite number is there for mains. The selection rate is very, very less over here. But from this selected candidate, 3,000 candidates are selected for interview. So selection rate is more over here and less over here. So first try to prepare for prelim exam. Once prelim is clear, mains selection rate is high. Obviously, personality development is really essential. Now you have to practice out for prelim exam, as we have discussed. The way we are going to study, that is very important. Solve question papers, and obviously mock test you can solve. Especially don't try to solve direct CSAT paper as long as your study is not finished. The moment you realize that okay, this study is sufficient, then only try to solve direct previous year's question paper. You'll get idea that where we stand exactly. Try to analyze whatever you are solving. And obviously, if you are having any doubt, visit my YouTube channel. Few question papers we are going to upload, and you'll get that analysis videos on that. Already one analysis video is there, but if you want more analysis videos are available. So this type of analysis you can do at your own. Afterwards, you'll get idea that where we stand exactly. The question paper solving is important. From different books, and very good books are available in market. Just think is that you have to search. Different publications are there. I should take name of publications over here which we prefer, that is Tata McGraw-Hill, then Pearson and Spectrum. No doubt, each book is having plus and minus that you have to take in mind, take into consideration, but it is the fact that nobody is perfect. But if you are referring out this type of books, say for example, the question paper analysis is very well given in Pearson's book, whereas previous year's questions based on topic, this type of analysis is there in Tata McGraw-Hill's book. So this way you can analyze question paper, then try to solve your question papers. You will get clear-cut idea about where you stand. Usually we prefer that solve at least 3 prelim exams. Why? The answer is simple, that whenever we are solving out that exam first, it is not the 100% thing that you are able to success, but what are the mistakes committed in that particular exam, we are going to eliminate in next, and so on. So all these tests, prelim test, they are available on this YouTube channel. Obviously, for question paper, you have to visit site iasonline.in. So www.iasonline.in, that is the site to get question paper, and after getting question paper, observe video of that question paper. Now, by doing this, and all this is of course free of cost. So suppose you are visiting our website, you will get the paper, question paper of mock test, free of cost over there. The thing is that you have to just download that paper, solve yourself first, and then observe the analysis video present on this YouTube. Anyway, so this is about the preparation, what help we can provide you. That is, this help we can provide you, and obviously all this help is free of cost. But suppose you are joining us on IAS Online, then you will get 500 hours lectures. Obviously that is paid. For that purpose, visit our site, you will get that 500 hours lectures, and I am sure that no other class, coaching class, I am not saying virtual class, but coaching class will teach you in such less fees. You should have only unlimited download internet connection with you. With this type of facility, because say lectures are heavy, 500 hours lectures, and each lecture is having capacity of around 250 to 300 MB. So that's why we have to be careful. So usually you can join us when you have this type of unlimited access internet. Then you that website is very effective, economically effective. Otherwise coaching, no doubt, so many virtual classes are available. You can join any class. But thing is that you have to prepare with your own. That preparation is important. Say many students, they are considering this exam as byproduct. I am joining out some job. I am preparing for my post-graduation. I am preparing for my MBA. And side by side I am giving this type of exam. Then success rate is less. If you are thorough, you are pursuing your goal thoroughly, then only, not only in this exam, everywhere the key idea of success is that you should pursue this. Then it is possible, and obviously no exam in the world is impossible. It is difficult, yes, but impossible, no. And so I should say here, the best of luck for you. Prepare for this exam, and any doubt, or if you want to join our any type of activity, the website is given, YouTube channel you are available. You can ask free help obviously we are there on channel. And if you want lectures, then also you have that on channels. Part of lectures, obviously not entire, part of lectures are available on channel, and remaining lectures, they are there on site.